Quote, "I couldn't tell whether the smoke rose or fell," said my friend Jabari, leaned up against this brick wall we all called seawall as if it knew how to hold him. That one too many times place, outside our middle high school where we drank anything with a burn, where we smoked hairspray-dipped herb through an aluminum Coke can, pulling screaming poltergeist through a closet door. This is where we first really learned about metaphor. Seawalls called the arms sounded like that sloppy progression towards getting too drunk to remember whether you lost your virginity or if somebody else found it. Stumbling whalebone, ivory, industrial commodities, we students, I suppose called so because we were supposed to be studying something, would write our names in chalk on that brick wall because we all knew that chalk, like our youth, would last forever. So we'd asphyxiate ourselves on purpose, trying to stub out the very improbability of our lives, asking each other to find the strength in their hands to return blackness back to our eyes. I can't breathe. This smoke is both rising and falling, and I know that when I wake up for those 20 timeless seconds, I won't understand what I see, and what could be more beautiful? Maybe pretending to be in love. So somewhere between the first time I first sagged my pants to my knees and the last time she ever admitted to needing me for more than conversation, I let her fuck me like a hospital bed, fill me with enough sickness that I might remember what it might feel like to feel alive, but we both came and that plan caught backfire and our bodies became brick walls covered in chalk, trying to hold each other like stumbling drunk was a thing that we'd want. If we weren't so scared to death of what sober might involve, maybe then I'd remember her last name. And the last time I chased those screaming ghosts back into the closet, from that day forth, I became a truckload of explosives, slow rolling with my ghost fleet down the freeway, never admitting we needed shoulders to hold us if we ever broke down. Supposed to be born already knowing how to fix ourselves when piston fires shoot shotgun smoke out our broke down mouths, both rising and falling like that last empty gas chamber in a gun. See y'all at seawall as students would see walls build higher every day, as our classrooms became more like calendars, and my faggot perfected its swagger impression, and our teachers impressed on us the importance of lessons, not enjoying to learn, but learning to enjoy being taught. I wonder if these metal detectors are searching for gold in kids' hearts every day. They pass through this machine, harvest their thoughts, and we all knew an education was just something else that you bought. So we learned to hold each other like brick walls. Like our arms was the smoke in our chest, like we were two trucks colliding on an interstate with some explosive impression that we left behind. To all my friends who I do not speak to from back then, remember how we wrote our names in permanent marker on each other's skin, how this is all we'd ever mean to each other, how something that would last forever would either rub off or bleed in. Hey, that's one poem. Yes. Called E-Brains mixtape, and if you want to trade me money for it, that'll help get the San Francisco Slam team to St. Paul, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. Plus, there's a show, Madame Calizo's, which is going to shut down, which kind of sucks because it's like one of the oldest queer performance spaces in the city, and they lost that. But that's so we have a show there on the 11th. Let's talk about it. This is a poem for a friend of mine who went through like an AA program and became an asshole. It's called Clean Getaway. It only takes a bit of blood to turn the bathwater red, said. Just takes a bit of blood to turn the bathwater, said. Just takes a bit of blood to turn the bathwater red. Keeps the death off your hands, you ends up with the same effect. See, we left this city like the crime of a scene. Riding your skeleton of a metal motorcycle. You with that detergent smile that strips trees bare, clutching leafless branches to trunk, wondering what the fuck just happened. Same as you did me. In the little time we had before we left, you packed a suitcase with a bathtub filled with colonialism, a metal ladder leading everywhere but up, and paper proof of your birth. Made it too difficult to carry on purpose. Proof of your desire to stay. Reminds me of how I'd fill my mother's bags with every heavy thing I had to keep her from going away, but we had to go. The bloodhounds had found our trail appetizing. You loved the thrill of the chase. Was why we turned from highway to back road and riverbank, carrying your heavy on your back, with those shoulder blades of grass cutting through the fabric that held you together, casting off each artifact like picking up a new burden. We move on. 12 steps and 2 years later I saw you, bathed in the moon's bloodlight. Your smile stripped me to brittle bone and bleach your face. No longer remembered our city and didn't know the difference between getting away and getting clean. Thank you.